good morning, afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to Tech on the Rocks by Mid-Atlantic Technology Professionals. I am Trevor Miller, founder and CEO, and with me is
Hope Schroem, business manager.
And we have Jen Harper on the board, who doesn't like to talk. But she's here too. She's here too. So, yeah, it's the second week in November, and this is our Halloween episode. All right. We will eventually get our act together, but we bought the costumes, and yeah, we just had to wear them.
We had to wear them.
They Hope looks good, and I look like something. I don't know. But I have my ID on, and I found orange skulls, so everyone knows we like orange.
I've gotten zero orange on today.
You have zero orange on, and we don't even know who you are because you're not wearing your ID, but that's okay.
No,
we'll take it.
I'm not really Hope today. I'm Pirate.
You're Pirate?
Yeah.
Arr. So what are we talking about today, Hope?
Malware viruses.
Yes.
Scary.
Scary. Malwares are scary. Are scary. You get it? Laugh. It's funny. Take my word for it. It's funny.
I think
malware is scary.
I don't know.
That's bad grammar. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, we're trying. We even bought an extra mic. Apparently, when you're in a room with flat walls, you should turn on noise cancellation in your streaming software. We've done that this week. So hopefully, unlike our premiere episode, this might actually be watchable.
Yes.
Anyway, and so we're doing Tech on the Rocks, which is our video podcast. And we're going to be going over 3 questions on a topic. Today's topic is malware. And interspersed for those questions, we're going to be making 2 cocktails. I'm making a cocktail called a brain hemorrhage, and Hope is going to be making a cocktail called
Black Widow Smash.
Black Widow Smash. And only my ingredients are currently on camera, but let me tell you, she's got a whole counter full of ingredients over here for what she's going to do. So anyway,
you're gonna make your drink first before we.
I'm gonna make my drink after the first question. So after the first question for mine, and then after the second question for yours. I'm not sure if that's how we did it last time, but that's how we're gonna do it this time.
All right, you're in charge.
All right. So go ahead. Let's start with our first question from our audience, which by audience I mean Hope.
So, what types of malware should I be most concerned about for my business?
Right. So we actually get this question sometimes. Business owners wonder, like, what types of malware, like, what is out there that we should be concerned about. Now, when we talk about malware, it's like, well, what really is malware? Malware is kind of unwanted software that does malicious things. And a long time ago, well, not that long ago, but a long time ago, we focused on the word virus. Now, virus is a very particular type of malware, and there's like a dozen different types of malware these days. So when we just say malware today, we just talk about stuff that ruins your day, stuff that's running on your computer that you really don't want to be running on your computer, and you typically have some sort of software agent, company, or support that helps your computer not get those things that execute. But again, back when we called them viruses, we kind of thought of pop-ups, where we have marketing pop-ups and things that cover your screen, and that's not really how good malware works these days. Now, can you still get pop-ups that do weird stuff? Yes. But a lot of times, that's actually leading to something else. The most common one today is that a pop-up that actually says your computer has a virus, among other things, which is kind of comical, and gives you a number to call that Microsoft can solve all your problems. Microsoft can, you'd call Microsoft. Sometimes you call Bill Gates directly, and he remotes onto your computer and he solves stuff. And here's a hint: they don't solve stuff. They call and they install actual malware on your computer. And the types of malware that we're most concerned about these days are the types we actually don't see, the types we don't know is running, the types of malware that typically do one of 2 things. They either steal your data, and by association, your customer's data, and you never want to have that conversation with the customer. Or 2, it steals your resources, and that one's a little harder to wrap your head around, but it's the simplest. So stealing resources, you can think of like mining Bitcoin or mining some sort of cryptocurrency. So let's say you have a nice strong computer, you do some graphics works with it, and it's kind of running slower. It's slower than you think it should be running. And you kind of got a pop-up a couple days ago, but you kind of ignored it because you're on a deadline and then your computer's running slow, and yeah, you may have something stealing your resources. Not as bad, but still pretty bad. But the worst thing we don't want, I should say, is the type of malware that steals your data. The type of malware that just sits, looks for passwords, watches what you type in, looks for bank accounts, looks for Visa card numbers, looks for Social Security license numbers, anything that's personally identifiable information for you or your customers, and we don't want that. Is that a good answer? What do you reckon? Is that a useful answer, Hope? You think? Because I'm thirsty.
That's very detailed. So sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Go for detail. All right. Yeah. So we have a couple cameras running today, and you're gonna lose me on one, but we're gonna try and do this one here. So I realize that this drink is a shot.
We've lost our camera.
Oh. All right.
Oh, it's lost.
We've lost our drink camera. All right. We have a technical glitch, but it's easily resolvable. And the
phone's completely off.
Oh, that was nothing. You know what?
Did you kill it?
Oh, let's see. All right, well we're gonna shimmy here. Best laid plans. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that.
That should probably work. The peach schnapps is
and then we're gonna. Oh, you changed the camera?
Yeah.
Oh no. And you have to do the same thing for the next slide then. All right, so this and that. How's that? We're going backwards. Okay, we have a we're seeing the control room is giving me a nod. So the control room is giving me a nod. We're going to prep this because this is a really big bottle, and I can't deal with that bottle. So we're making a brain hemorrhage today, which it's very important to have on camera because it's a cool little shot thing.
A ton of Baileys.
What is? It's 2 shots of Baileys.
No, just the Baileys container.
Oh, the Baileys container. Well, you know, we like our Baileys.
Yeah.
And that's just economical is what that is.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. So if we actually have any bartenders out there, we'll know that this is not a shot glass. This is a brandy snifter, I think. It's not a shot glass. But it's fancy, and it plays well on camera. Okay. Thank you, control room. All right. So
what
we have a thing up here. What is it? So this is peach schnapps. And now this is where the fun comes in. So what we want to do slowly, let's see if I can do this without making a mess. And the answer is no, I can't. Oh, there we go.
Oh, so you don't want it to mix?
Correct. We don't want that to mix. Hope is with the program.
Yeah.
And layer this up. And layer it up. We like Baileys, we don't want to do that. All right. That's messy, that can be mine. And we do need to rinse this out for number 2, but we'll set it off there for now. And then we do
What is the red stuff?
grenadine. Red stuff is grenadine. Grenadine. Do you know what grenadine is? It's just like a cherry syrup. And then control room would need to give me that's what the cool part is, right? So it's a brain hemorrhage, and it's supposed to look like you're bleeding.
Let's see.
Okay, and it's a shot. So we're gonna share.
It's a shot?
It is a shot.
Oh.
Okay. All right, and we're gonna come back over to here, and now we're down a camera. And so what's happened, ladies and gentlemen, is our
Your camera needs to be back this way a little bit.
forward, back, left, right. Okay, I'm getting thumbs up.
It looks so gross.
So what? Okay, yeah, let's do this first. All right, ready? Cheers, clink, clink. You're too far away.
Yeah.
All right. Yummy. Hope didn't finish hers as a shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if I'm gonna drink.
You got to do the whole thing. You got to do that as a shot.
I can't.
Down the hatch.
No.
Down the hatch.
Oh.
The flavors do go together. They actually do. Believe it or not, they do. Hold your nose. No, I'm not going to make anybody drink anything. Get OSHA on my... Okay, fine. Okay, I'm licking the spoon. You can't use the plastic spoon, I promise. Anyway, so...
No, that's not it for me.
All right, well, it looked cool. Can you agree it looked cool?
It looked cool.
All right, that's part of what matters. Is it looked cool.
I don't like how it's meshed together.
It's a funny texture.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as a cement mixer, which we'll do some other time.
Ugh, yeah, that's...
Anyway, so we upgrade our tech from last time. We added some lighting, and we added a remote camera on my cell phone, but I was stealing my battery for the light just to avoid having a cord. But apparently these LED panels take a lot more power than I thought, and essentially my phone has gone to zip. So, can't use my phone for a camera, so we're just gonna press on with another camera.
Yeah, we might have to keep it unplugged as opposed to using the battery portion.
Yeah.
But
anyway, I should have had that off.
On to the next question.
Yeah, I guess we're not really here. Are we here to drink or here to talk about malware?
Well, why can't we do both?
We can do both.
One and the same.
Let's do both. All right, let's get back to the topic at hand.
Okay. So another question that I find we find as Mid-Atlantic people ask is, how can I effectively protect my business from malware attacks?
Okay, and we did ask ChatGPT about this, and it expanded upon this question by saying, this question focuses on practical steps businesses can take to secure their systems, such as using firewalls, antivirus software, employee training, and regular backups. Right. So we deal with this at Mid-Atlantic a bunch, right? So how can we protect? Because it's a large part of what we do around here. The biggest thing that we can convey, the biggest thing that business owners need to understand is that this whole process of protecting your systems from malware needs to be monitored, right? It needs to have eyes on. Real human beings need to look and see what the heck is going on. And the most basic thing everybody can wrap their head around is what was traditionally called antivirus software. Now, a lot of people still call it antivirus software. It's not really called that anymore. From a robust perspective, it's called either EDR or MDR. EDR standing for endpoint detection and response, MDR standing for managed detection and response. And it's the M, it's the managed part that's important, right? Because believe it or not, having a little icon down next to your clock, that can be faked. So let's say you go out and you spend $150 a year on McAfee, and you feel uncomfort because you see that little McAfee symbol down by your clock. That's just a little graphic. So a virus can put that graphic there too. It's almost like a comedy sketch where they parody a commercial or parody a company. So it can be fake, and unless you really know what you're looking for as far as installed services and running processes, you may think you're protected and you're not. Here at Mid-Atlantic, we look at those installs and we look at our MDR in near real time, and someone here looks at the status of your systems every day with real human being eyes. But we don't ever want it to get there, right? We want to protect you. You should want to be protected before malware hits a computer. Why? Because you pay your employees a lot of money, and your employees are valuable to your business, and they should be productive. If they lose their computer for a couple of days or even a couple hours, that can impact your business. So we do things like firewalls, web filtering, employee training, and all those are levels, right? When you're talking cybersecurity, which is essentially where this conversation is going, you always want levels, and you want software and strategies by different companies, different vendors, because everyone comes at these things a little bit differently. Here at Mid-Atlantic, we use a variety of applications in our stack to protect you. The last one is called SentinelOne, and that would be our traditional MDR or traditional antivirus, which keeps your workstation safe. Before it gets there, you'd have a managed firewall and you'd have managed web filtering. And what are those two things, right? So stuff has to get into your network somehow. That would be the firewall filtering, and stuff has to get out, and that's the content filtering. So if your employees, you're trying to sneak away.
She's not on me, are you?
No. Hope's going to try and prep for her drink. So we use filtering software for the web to make sure if your employees click on something they shouldn't click on, it doesn't go anywhere. I'm just going to slide the thing, right? Remember?
Well, no one's gonna see me.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Well, you want to be seen making the. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna do it on my desk.
Oh, I understand what you're gonna try and do. Oh, okay. All right.
Don't you worry, I got it.
All right. We're off script here, people. That's right. So, the bottom line is, you want someone watching this. So, one of two ways to do it. Either one, you need somebody in an organization that is trained on what to look for, how to watch your systems, and have an understanding how these software and agents are installed, or you want to have a company like ours where we watch on a proactive basis, know what should be running, and know what to look for. You may have dropped something. All right. So on to our second beverage. And Hope is making something extremely complicated on the smallest table in the Lehigh Valley.
That'll be fine.
And hers has a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Jen, you managed to change the camera on that last slide with the recipe? Okay. Use the actual mouse. Right click on where the camera is. And then the very top selection is cameras. And change it to the Brio that does not have the MX in it. Okay. And I hope remind us again what this is called.
Black Widow Smash.
It's called a Black Widow Smash. Is it like a Hulk smash?
I have to muddle.
Okay. Have you muddled before?
Nope.
Oh, virgin muddler.
Yep.
All right. What are you muddling?
Blackberries.
Blackberries.
Now I lost my count.
Uh-oh.
Fresh blackberries.
Fresh blackberries.
Half of a lemon juice.
Half a lemon juice. Now, careful with the knife. You don't want to cut yourself.
I don't have a knife.
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot it in the back. But I'm just getting the juice out of this. So.
Okay. So you're just going to will the juice out of the lemon.
Yep.
All right.
It's like peeling an orange.
Gotcha.
Just a lemon.
Okay.
I got it. And then I have to eyeball.
So today the nails are not treasures, they're tools.
Yep.
Right.
Then I have to eyeball because we don't have a tablespoon.
Well, I think the mixing spoon
eyeball.
is. I think the mixing spoon is a tablespoon.
Yeah, so I'm gonna eyeball the spoon for 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey. And then I'm gonna muddle those together.
All right.
Squishing everything.
Merrily we muddle along.
To release the
I feel like
juices.
I've not done enough. We've not been talking like pirates enough. So we probably, you know what we should have done is we should have had like a pirate MP3, like a Yoho Jolly Rum kind of background music. Yeah. The next time.
No, neither one of us picked a rum drink.
Pirate music. No, that Ops was asking if we were drinking rum, and I said, yeah, no, that would have been a good idea, but no.
Yeah, we didn't think that through.
No, we have. Do we have rum? I think we have rum.
Yeah, we were just thinking.
I think we have vanilla rum, which isn't very good.
You and I were.
Well, yeah.
You and I were both thinking Halloween, so we were thinking.
Correct. Well, it is Halloween, right? It's still October. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod.
In our heads.
This is our Halloween episode, yes?
Yes, it is.
It is.
In our heads.
In our heads.
Oh, man.
There we go. Bartender in training. There we go. Success.
Yeah.
And when you use your nails, you're not going to cut yourself. Everyone look at Hope.
So you have to gauge this because it says half a lemon.
There you go. So if you're watching this, certainly say hi in the comments, and what they always do. I guess we need a slide that does one of those like and subscribe and like points to something.
We're not there yet.
ask us some questions for a future episode. The questions, we are clearly making our own questions up these days, although we certainly hear questions a lot from customers. But if you have a topic that you'd like to see, or heck, even if you have a drink you'd like to see us make, so long as it's not too crazy complicated.
Well, I've got this complicated one. So.
Yes. Hope likes to pick the drinks with the most ingredients that take the longest time.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well.
My last one wasn't that complicated at all, actually.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, leave us comments in the comment section, which is where they belong, and you can ask us questions to cover in future episodes. We're going to be trying to do this about once a month, though we may do specials.
Ooh, that's coming out nice. I might impress myself.
Does the muddling look good?
Yeah.
Well, we can't say you're tipsy because you didn't prefer the brain hemorrhage, so.
We didn't get ice this time, but that's okay.
We didn't get ice this time, though. Well, I didn't need ice, so I did not get ice. So are you 0 for 2 is what you're saying?
With ice?
No ice, no knife.
Yeah.
Are you gonna will it cold?
No,
I guess your ingredients
everything
are cold.
is cold, yeah.
Your ingredients are cold.
Okay. I have to put everything in here. Okay.
So next time we will maybe make some checklists against our own recipes. I mean, it's got tequila in it, so how bad can it be, right? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, no good story starts with lemonade.
A dash of orange bitters.
Yeah, bitters is something that
real small.
Yeah, it lasts for decades, and you never use a lot of it. Do a shake on it first.
Okay.
And it should have like a little nozzle on the top, so yeah. Or no, does it?
No, but I'm just gonna do.
Yep, less is more. You sure it doesn't have a nozzle?
No. Okay, well, most of it's coming on this table, dripping on the table instead of.
Yeah, bitters are like mint, right? If a drink calls for mint, the least amount of mint you can put in is good because mint is a crazy strong flavor. Bitters are also crazy strong. shake and drink at that. Look at this.
Actually, it doesn't say to shake and add ice.
So you stir.
This is drink.
Only shake a drink if it says to shake a drink.
Strain the drink.
Otherwise,
it says. Just says strain the drink.
Well, either you need to stir it or shake it.
Okay.
So James Bond was right in that it has to be shaken or stirred.
Okay. And then.
Depends if your drink calls for aeration or not.
Add ice. Drink only. Oh, I see how it got red. Drink though.
Make sure you hold on to that top.
I have the top.
Yeah, I know. But I've seen people do a strainer and they start shaking the strainer and forget that the top is not attached permanently.
So this is just a small portion because water takes up the most.
All right. And ice would have taken up the rest.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good.
So I made a shot that was more like a drink, and what Hope is doing is making a drink that's more like a shot. Oh no, because you're putting Pellegrino.
I'm putting, yeah.
Interesting.
It looks good. I hope it tastes as good as it looks.
That's a lot of Pellegrino. All right, you gonna give those a little stir? Why don't you give those a little stir? Yeah, just put it in this time, like, yeah. And one more time, the drink was called?
Black Widow Smash.
Black Widow Smash. You know, it smells good. It smells good.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have put as much. Well, it would be a lot chiller. It's not terrible.
That's our target, not terrible.
It has a lot of flavor.
It has a lot of flavor. It has some bits floating in it.
That's blackberries. It would have had that before.
Yeah, good. It is tasty. A little weak, but good.
So I should have put more alcohol.
A little less Pellegrino.
Yeah.
A little more ice.
Yeah.
But a good attempt. We're not bartenders.
No.
We just play them on a podcast no one's yet watching. Yeah.
For never muddling, I will take this drink.
Yeah, I feel like one of these times we're just gonna have to split a bottle of wine so we get an acceptable thing to drink. Just to kind of,
Or we need an ice maker back here so we could just pull ice from it.
We could have a runner.
For someone to run us ice.
Run us something, stuff.
Well,
I had walkie-talkies, but I only have one antenna. So.
Well,
best laid plans. Hey, we'll get this.
It's a work in progress, guys.
It's a work in progress, guys. Let's ask our last question.
What should I do if my business gets infected with malware?
Again, from ChatGPT, business owners need to know the immediate steps to take in response to a malware attack, including whether to pay ransom, how to recover data, and when to contact professionals. So this really comes down to what I said on the last question, when to contact professionals. Right away. If you have a water leak in the second floor of your house and you don't live with a plumber or a contractor, or are a plumber or a contractor, or very into DIY, you call someone right away. It doesn't matter if it's midnight, 2 a.m., you call someone because time is of the essence. If you think you have some sort of infection, you want to call somebody right away unless you have that somebody on your payroll already. Time is of the essence, like I said. So here at Mid-Atlantic, we actually don't charge for assessments. We don't charge to just look at stuff. If you think you got something going on and you want everyone to send us a screenshot or send us a series of events or describe what you got going on, we're happy to look at it for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and just kind of give you an assessment and tell you what your next step should be. So what if you can't contact your person? What if your tech support's just a person? What if you're just too small and you don't have somebody? What things can you do? Well, one of the things you don't want to do right away is just do a shutdown on the computer. A lot of times, especially these days, modern Windows, modern Mac operating systems have pretty good protections built into them, right? Where if you install something, if something malicious gets installed, it doesn't take full effect until you reboot, right? Because certain types of malware can present themselves before those protections kick in the operating system, and the only way to do that is what's called the pre-boot environment. So the time your computer, where it puts all that gobbledygook on the screen, like the memory, or maybe they'll say Dell, it can do stuff at that point that it wouldn't be able to do normally. And the only way it gets to that point is when you do an actual restart, which is one of the reasons why these days computers tend to gravitate to going to sleep and waking up as opposed to shutting down and restarting, right? Because the time period before you get to Windows or before you get to the Mac OS, that part of the operating system can be vulnerable. But what can you do? What else can you do? So we don't want you to turn your computer off. You can unplug it. You can disable its networking. It is almost a given if you have something funky going on or lots of pop-ups that your actual computer will need some sort of intervention. What do we want to do? We want to do two things. We want to make sure that whatever is on that one computer, you want to make sure that is not getting to any of your other computers. And on a local network, that can happen. And two, if that malware is starting to gather customer data or other sensitive data, we don't want that data leaving. And how can we do that? Well, if the computer cannot talk to the internet or talk to other computers near it, we at least buy ourselves some time. And we don't need to go poking around. So unplugging the network cable works, right? Turning off your Wi-Fi, turning off your whole internet isn't a horrible idea either. But essentially making sure that computer can't talk to anything else. That's something you can do besides calling someone like us or calling someone that knows what they're doing. You can do more harm than good by poking around. If you have something malicious, don't even try and close it. Just let it go, because what might look like an X might be a install more malware, not close, right? You don't know. We're conditioned to say look for an X, look for a close, but that doesn't necessarily mean that button will do what it proclaims to do. Right. And hopefully that answers the question. What do you think? Does that answer the question?
Yes.
As you've been out and about, have you heard any questions or anecdotes related to malware that we might want to discuss? That wasn't on our script.
I don't think so.
All right. All right.
No.
All right. Recap. 3 questions. What kind of malware should I be most concerned about? Malware that lingers and tries to steal your data. How can I effectively protect my business from malware attacks? You need someone looking at your protection layers, your protection software, someone that knows what they're doing, either on your payroll or someone you have contracted. And 3, what should I do if my business gets infected with malware? Call someone that understands malware removal. Or 2, if you can't do anything else or there's a time element involved, disconnect the infected computer from the network. All right, so that'll wrap up today's Halloween episode. That was definitely filmed in October and not November.
Correct. Yeah.
So I thank our business manager, Hope. I thank our front of house, Jen Harper, running our board and our tech. And yeah, we will hopefully see y'all back with slightly retuned technology so we have a better drink cam, because the drink cam is very important.
Yes.
All right. Again, thank you all. Did we pick a standard sign off yet? No, we haven't come up with that. We were gonna, we didn't. All right. Anyway.
Leave off with your R.
Arr. Peace. Jen, take us out.